You are welcome to the first edition of From the Assembly in the 7th Nasarawa State House of Assembly, a program that chronicles the happening from the hallowed chamber of Nasarawa State House of Assembly in the week under review. And I am your guide, Valentine Joshua, urging you to invest your time with us. Now, for more than a month, Nasarawa State House of Assembly is greeted with leadership tussle, following the emergence of two speakers, thus dividing the 24 members into two camps. But from all indications, the crisis is put to rest following court interventions and political reconciliations. Consequently, the 24 legislators converged on the hallowed chamber of the Assembly for inauguration, and the clerk of the House, Ibrahim Musa, read a proclamation letter from the state governor, thereby formally dissolving the 6th Assembly.
I'm glad to inform you that I'm in receipt of a proclamation letter from His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer A. Sule, pursuant to Section 103 of 1999 Constitution as amended. Permit me to read the letter of proclamation as it is. By His Excellency, Engineer Abdullahi A. Sule, Governor of Nasarawa State, to the Clerk, Nasarawa State House of Assembly, whereas it's provided in Section 105, subsection 3 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999 as amended, that the person elected as governor shall have powers to issue a proclamation for the holding of the first session of the State Assembly immediately after his being sworn in. Now, therefore, I, Engineer Abdullahi A. Sule, Governor of Nasarawa State, in exercise of the power conferred on me by Section 105, subsection 3, aforesaid, and all other power enabling me in that behalf, thereby proclaim that the first session of the 7th Assembly of Nasarawa State House of Assembly shall hold at 10 a.m. on Tuesday, 6 June 2023 in the House of Assembly building, Lafia. By the strength of this proclamation, the 6th Assembly of the Nasarawa State House of Assembly is hereby dissolved.
Then came the election of the Speaker and the Deputy, and when nominations were put forward, member representing Umar Shah Ugya constituency, Ibrahim Balarabe Abdullahi of the ruling All Progressive Congress APC, and his counterpart of the People's Democratic Party PDP, and member representing Nasarawa Egon West, Ebel Bala, were elected unopposed.
I, Ebel Bala,
do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I,
Ibrahim Balarabe Abdullahi,
do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God.
So help me God.
After his inauguration by the clerk, the Speaker, Ibrahim Balarabe Abdullahi, in turn inaugurated the remaining members, thus marking the commencement of the 7th Legislative Assembly of the state.
I, Hajjat Ibrahim,
do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
In his inaugural address, the Speaker, Ibrahim Balarabe Abdullahi, called for synergy among the three arms of government in the state for the purpose of development to ameliorate the plights of the downtrodden in the society.
Honourable members, our inauguration today signifies the commencement of the 7th Assembly of the State Legislature. The task ahead of all members, therefore, is to join hands with other arms of government to deliver good governance to the good people of Nasarawa State.
While assuring the lawmakers that he will bring his worth of experience of the 5th and 6th Assembly into bear, the Speaker commended the support gotten so far from the executive arm, reminding members of the 7th Assembly that huge expectations lies ahead of them.
While you truly deserve every right to savor the joy of the moment, I want to quickly remind you about the huge expectation of our dear people. Home members, my interaction so far with all of you seated in this hallowed chamber today has given me great hope and confidence that in the 7th Assembly we have the caliber of individuals that will make the people of Nasarawa State proud as they will discharge their duties without let or hindrance. Let me humbly solicit for your cooperation and understanding so that collectively we shall take Nasarawa State to the next level of development, particularly now that the state is yearning for peace and progress.
In the second plenary of the 7th Assembly, principal officers of Nasarawa State House of Assembly were constituted to set the tune for legislative session. According to the Speaker Ibrahim Balarabe Abdullahi, the principal officers were selected based on consultations where member representing Kiana constituency, Muhammad Adamu Omadefo, was announced the majority leader within the principal officers of the ruling All Progressive Congress APC.
After due consultations with the various stakeholders, I therefore come up with the following principal positions to various members concerned. I will start with the majority party. Majority leader here, after due consultation, majority leader goes to Honorable Mohammed Adamu Omadefo. The deputy majority leader, Ladi Jato. The chief whip, Larry Ben Bawa. The deputy chief whip, Suleiman Nazara.
Luka Ilya Jekaba, member representing OB2 constituency, was selected as the minority leader to lead the minority caucus of the House.
Minority leader, Luka Zekaba. Deputy minority leader, Musa Abubakar Ibrahim. Minority whip, Solomon Akwashiki. Deputy minority whip, or Musa Seidu Budi.
Now attention will be shifted to the constitution of House standing committees that will be performing oversight functions, that is, playing the role of a watchdog in ensuring that government policies and programs are executed within a stipulated budget.
Meanwhile, the much-anticipated list of Nasarawa State Commissioner nominees has finally arrived to the chamber of Nasarawa State House of Assembly for approval and confirmation, and the Speaker Ibrahim Balarabe Abdullahi read them out according to local government across the states.
List of the commissioner nominees as forwarded to the Nasarawa State House of Assembly for confirmation as commissioners and members of the State Executive Council. 1. Aisha Turufai Ibrahim Awe. Umar Abubakar Dan Akano Awe. Yakubu Kwanta Akwanga. Munirat Abdullahi Doma. Timothy Kaswa Karu. Margaret Elayo Kiana. Bala Mulki Kefi. John D. W. Mama Kokona.
Others that would also appear at the hallowed chamber for screening and possible confirmation include
Abubakar Imam Zanwa, Lafia, Aliyu Ahmed Tijani, Nasarawa, Haruna Musa, Nasarawa, Muhammad Imoga, Obi, Labaran Magaji, Toto, Dr. Gaza Gomna, Toto, Muazu Gosho, Wamba, Samuel Kafu Engba, Lafia, Jafar Ango, Karu.
The nomination list has 3 females, 2 returning commissioners, that is Aishatu Rufai Ibrahim and Kwanta Yakubu. The state chairman of Progressive Congress APC, Dr. John W. Mamman. The former secretary to the state government, Aliyu Ahmad Tijani, among other notable politicians. And in all the 13 local government areas, only Toto, Karu, Lafia, and Awe have 2 nominees each. The Speaker, Ibrahim Balarabe Abdullahi, also read a letter from the governor seeking the approval of the House to appoint 20 special advisors for the smooth running of his administration.
The appointment of 20 number special advisors will assist in the consolidation and implementation of policies and programs of administration for socio-economic development of Nasarawa State. This is considering that those to be appointed are people of proven antecedents, experience and commitment in their various fields of endeavors as well as state character.
One after the other, members supported the request from the governor, saying he needs technocrats and people of proven integrity to advise him on how to improve the economy for the good of the state.
The Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I remain Mohammed Adamu Omarifu, member representing Kiana and the majority leader. The governor has had his first 4 years in governance, and I want to believe this time around is going to select round pegs in a round hole.
Honorable Speaker, my respected colleagues, Luka Ilia Jekaba, representing the good people of Obitu constituency and the minority leader. Mr. Speaker, my colleagues, based on the request of His Excellency the Governor of Nasarawa State, what he needs people to work with. Mr. Speaker, sir, I will advise that based on the commitment of His Excellency the Governor on the need to see to the progress developments of this very dear state, I want us to graciously, without hesitations, approve this number of special advisors.
I remain Dr. Ibrahim Peter Akwe, member representing Obi-Wan constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support this important motion regards to 20 advisors. Mr. Speaker, according to the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, Section 196, the specific numbers of advisors to be given or appointed in the state is not clearly stated. It said governor have the right to appoint the advisor based on the strength and the financial capacity of the state. As such, I think starting with 20 advisors to advise him now that we are facing the economic reality, looking at the issue of subsidy, removal of subsidy, and a lot of issues that we're having in the state. I think if 20 advisors is appointed in the state, it will go a long way in helping the governor to carry out his executive function the way it's supposed to.
My distinguished honorable colleague, my name is Solomon Yakubu Akwashiki. I represent the good people of Lafia Central. Mr. Speaker, this letter from His Excellency the Governor of Nasarawa State is timely, and I think it is very important for us as legislature to give this approval to the Governor of Nasarawa State so that he can be able to have people that will advise him. Most especially, these advices are coming from the various local government. There are issues that governor, without advisor, his attention will not be drawn into. But I think if we give approval to this advisor he requested for, it will give them room for them to advise governor and to draw his attention on issues that has to do with the benefit of our people. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, it is very important and key for us to get people of integrity, people that has direct connection with their people, people who have God-fear heart, so that they can be able to relate with their people.
Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues, my humble self, Honorable Muhammad Wayanki, representing the good people of the Manok State constituency. Mr. Speaker, aligning myself with this honorable house, Mr. Speaker, we need to give the executive what they require to amicably and peacefully carry the affairs of the state, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, with regards to this advisor, Mr. Speaker, I support His Excellency Engineer Abdullah Esule with nominating 20, 30 or even 40 advisors, since the Constitution has given him that mandate.
Distinguished honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Larry Van Power, member representing the peace-loving people of Akonga North constituency, and of course, by the grace of God, the chief whip of this honorable house. Mr. Speaker, the governor of Nasarawa State, by virtue of transmitting this request for approval of this honorable house, believes that, like our state anthem says, Nasarawa together we can move mountains. And I believe it is in that desire, burning desire in him, that he wants Nasarawa State to be greater.
Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my name is Musa Abubakar Ibrahim. I speak for the good people of Doma South. The Speaker, sir, it's not my duty to advise the government. I am a lawmaker, but I want to give free advice because of the lingering crisis around our border areas. We need advisor on border areas who will be perhaps experienced.
I remain my humble self, Honorable Barrister Sonny Eriga, representing the people of Lafia North constituency. Mr. Speaker, my own is just an addendum to what my colleague have said earlier, to commend His Excellency for not breaching the constitutions. We really want to appreciate him on that. But yesterday I was thinking where other states, Plateau and other states have submitted their own. And I'm praying to God that as only lawyer in the 7th Assembly, I don't want to pray that we shall have a constitutional crisis commencing from Nasarawa State. By the grace of God, we have solved the problem this morning. Mr. Speaker, in regard to the special advisor, I think some of us are so happy with the number that the Excellency have submitted this morning. And I also want to join the voice of my colleague to approve what he has sent.
My name is Honorable Musa Said Gude, member representing Karishuke. I rise up to advise and to approve this list of 20 advisors from our governor. Mr. Speaker, what I wanted to say you jokingly say something now, because the last appointment, most of the lists are from Lafia, this area. Like in Karo, my area, we only have one name. So I want to advise and call for addition of this 20 lists, if opportunity, and if at that time His Excellency should at least consider my people, even if it is like 5.
With all these commendations, the gavel okayed the request from the state governor.
I will approve for His Excellency the 20 number of special advisor as requested to serve in the government of Nasarawa State. Say aye. Against say nay. The aye is have it.
In the fourth sitting of the 7th Assembly, 16 commissioner nominees presented by the state governor to form the cabinet of Nasarawa State government were screened and confirmed. One after the other, the nominees appeared, and the first was that of Akwanga local government area, Kwanta Yakubu, who is being fingered for certificate forgery, and when asked whether he is aware of a petition in that wise, he said he only read about it on the social media, saying it lacks merit, challenging the petitioners to follow due process.
If any petitioner or anybody alleges, he should write to the NYC to satisfy, which I don't have any skeleton in my cupboard. As I speak to you, I'm just hearing it in social media. Nobody has served me, but I don't know whether the petitioner is on oath before he serves a petition.
All the commissioner nominees except Haruna Musa of Nasarawa Egon local government area, who was indisposed, were screened and confirmed by the gavel.
Bringing my experience to bear in the service of this great state of ours, and to be rest assured that as a federal prosecutor who has traversed all the courts in Nigeria, by the grace of God, the experience shall be deployed in any capacity I'm given to serve in this state. Thank you and God bless.
Will this House confirm the nomination of Yakubu Kwanta, Aisha Rufai Ibrahim, Omar Abubakar Dan Akano, Munirat Abdullahi, Timothy Kaswa, Jafaru Ango, Margaret Elayo, Bala Mulki, John D.W. Momo, Abubakar Imam Zanwa, Samuel Kafu Engba, Aliu Ahmed Tijani, Muhammad Eyimoga, Labaram Magaji, Dr. Gaza Gomna, and Muazu Gosho. Those in favor say aye. Against say nay. The ayes have it.
On why the former secretary to the state government, Aliyu Ahmed Tijani, was cleared despite the fact that the previous state House of Assembly sacked him through a resolution, the Speaker, Ibrahim Balarabe Abdullahi, clears the air.
We passed a resolution. He challenged our resolution in the High Court. He won. We appeal against the judgment in Court of Appeal in Makurdi. He won. So what else? We make the law, they interpret the law, and we are law-abiding citizens of the state.
The legislative ritual has been concluded, and now the people of Nasarawa State will be watching with key interest to see how portfolios will be shared based on merit and competence for the growth and development of Nasarawa State. But for now, the Nasarawa State House of Assembly is proceeding on recess to reconvene on the first week of September. And this is the size of our production on this week's edition of From the Assembly. See you next week with other legislative matters. I am Valentine Joshua.